even to this day, like I'm not afraid to admit I'm definitely one of those people who's scared to fail. But I definitely try to still go out on faith.
One more time, one more time, one more time, y'all. It's your boy Dre from Super Dre coming at you from the 18th floor in downtown Dallas, man. It's hype today, and we coming at you with another episode. Make sure that y'all follow the Super Dre podcast on all platforms, man. Talking to you guys on the live. Yo, C Book, always showing some love, family. Always showing some love, man. Make sure y'all following everything. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure y'all subscribe, click the like button. Make sure y'all click that little ding thing up the top so y'all know whenever we got new episodes and things going on. So yeah, make sure y'all tapping in with me. And also Patreon, man. I got a Patreon, so if you guys are messing with me, I'm just gonna be putting out some exclusive episodes, discounts to merch. You know, it's all kind of perks with the Patreon. So you can join. There's 3 levels: $5, $15, and or $5, $10, $15. Sorry. So y'all spend $5 at the Starbucks all the time. So make sure y'all come and mess with me, man. Make sure y'all mess with me. I appreciate all the love everybody's been sending my way. Appreciate everybody on the live checking me out. Everybody on YouTube. If you listen to this on audio, I really appreciate all the love in whatever form that is. And yeah, like always, we're gonna get in. It's gonna be fire. So, like last time I had the family up here, I'm always gonna spread love to the family. And you know, this is no other. This is not anything different. Got the family up here coming at you live with me. He pulled up on me today,
What's up?
and
What's up?
yeah, man, what's good? What's good, man?
What's up with it? What's up? I'm happy to be here.
That's good, man. I'm everything's good. You've been how's your week been going?
My week's been pretty good so far. I got all moved in.
Okay, where you moved to?
I just moved from Mesquite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm still in the same area
Oh,
though.
you just moved down the street or
Yeah,
something?
yeah,
Okay,
just down
okay,
the street. Yeah,
okay.
but yeah, I'm doing good. I'm going good.
That's good, man. Hey, it's Friday, man. What's your wins for Friday, man?
Shoot.
It's been a long week.
First of all, I woke up this morning. That's a good one.
That's what's up.
I'm on this podcast,
Mhm.
and I got a couple of plans this weekend. I'm gonna be doing some Halloween festivities, so definitely gonna turn up for the 992,000.
Okay, 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 okay. We in that thing. We in that thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the Super J podcast. Like always, I appreciate you for coming on, and we're just gonna jump into it. Let everybody know, about you, your name, what you do, all that kind of good stuff, whatever you want to share, and yeah, we'll go from there.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? I'm Benji, aka Benji Famous, aka Benji Prominent. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, I'm out here working like everybody else, out here trying to make ends meet. But I definitely got a couple things up my sleeve. Got some event hall things coming, so I do an event hall, so I plan events and baby showers, weddings, gender reveals, and all that good stuff. So if you need an event hall, come holler at us. Neb's Event Hall.
Okay, that's your business.
I'm a part of the business.
Oh, okay, that's
yes,
what's up.
yes, I'm a part of the business. But soon I'll be having something going like that for myself.
That's what's up. You ahead of
yeah.
my game plan. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what's up.
yeah. I'm doing. I got a couple other things going too that I haven't announced yet. But once they get going, I'm gonna be full force.
Gonna be in that thing,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Okay, let everybody know where they can find you at.
You can find me on Facebook, Benjamin. I don't want to say my last name, but on Facebook you can find me Benjamin Ingram. On Instagram you can find me at Benji Prominent, Benji underscore Prominent, and on Snapchat you can Benji underscore know, cause Benji always know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, that's cool, man. So, like I told y'all earlier this week, we're gonna be, working on some topics. Normally, I'll go like a regular interview, but I really want to work on some topics and try
Okay.
to see if I can get in the minds of some other people. See if we can kind of hit home for some people. Maybe these topics are something that people want to hear. So,
Right. Right.
yeah, man, we're just gonna get into it.
Okay.
I believe one of the topics that we're going to talk about today is failure. Yeah. A lot of y'all, a lot of y'all out there failed a lot.
Don't
There's
run
some,
from it.
don't run from it,
Don't
man,
run from
because
it.
we fail all the time.
Yeah.
But the main thing is we got to pick ourselves back up and making sure we're
Right.
continuing and just being consistent. Because practice makes perfect, and
Mhm.
nothing's gonna get right until we just keep working at that. So
Yeah.
the question I want to ask is, what was something that you failed at that you didn't think that you can do, and after a while that of doing it, that you were able to succeed in that? So I guess the main question, like, what was that main thing that you failed at that you got good at later?
It's actually a good question. Something that I failed at that I didn't think I was going to be able to do, and I actually did do it.
Got to be something in the bag.
I know. That's definitely what I'm thinking. I don't. Actually, I didn't think I was gonna be able to rely on myself for work, if that makes sense. So, and you need multiple sources of income. So, like everybody else, I have a 9 to 5, but you need multiple sources of income on top of residual income as well. So, like I said earlier, I'm in the process of creating some of those avenues right now. There's been times to where my 9 to 5 haven't worked out, and I was able to lean on my other endeavors or other things that I was able to do. I never really saw myself. I would always try to do things, try to find a skill. I never knew. I can't sing, rap, dance. Like, I don't know. I feel like I had no talent. So I'm like, what can I do to make my shit pop? What can I do to make me? And so I end up basically doing a lot of self-employed things. I do a lot of Lyft jobs, like Lyft, Favor, Uber, you name it. I'm a part of, like I said, an event hall. That's something different for me. I'm a part of like shoe expos, so buy, sell, trade. It's a lot of other things. I've learned some techniques over time. So like housekeeping, little groundwork. I developed some of those skills. Never saw myself doing those things. So I've always wanted to do those things, and every time I attempted to do so, I feel like it never came out right, or it was just like mediocre, or like, oh, he tried. Type. But like now, looking back today, like 5 years ago, you couldn't tell me I would be doing none of this stuff. I'm like, dang, okay. You gotta start counting your blessings.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So failure did not stop you from achieving, continuing your goals and dreams.
Absolutely not. No, sir. It definitely motivated me. I mean, like anybody else, I had my times where I was like, why me? And, just doubted myself or had your little rough patches. But for the most part, I definitely picked myself back up, used that as a lesson and not a loss. Try to look at it in a different perspective, because that's also a big part of failure too, if you will, how you look at it.
Right.
So I definitely try to train my mind in that process, and so failure has helped me versus hindered me.
Okay.
That's how I try to look at it.
Okay. I mean, failing so many times, you're only going to have that experience out of failing so many times, so that next time you know what not to do. Like, oh, okay, I did this before and I did it wrong, and I don't need to do that. So definitely not gonna do that again. Yeah. Learning from past mistakes. That's what's up. Was failure something that I guess we can go back, like, years back, like as a kid. Let's say a fifth grader. Did failure not motivate, but did failure? I guess what I'm trying to say is, did failure even play a part in your head? Like, was there something that you were like, oh, I want to do this, but maybe there was like a negative doubt in your mind that was like, nah, I ain't gonna be good at that?
Yeah, absolutely. There was a lot of things. Even to this day, like, I'm not afraid to admit I'm definitely one of those people who's scared to fail. But I definitely try to still go out on faith to see what's the topic. But definitely 5th grade on up into my older adulthood, I was definitely scared of a lot of things, like I said, sing, rap, dance. Like, I never attempted to, because I feel like if I don't come out and I don't be good the first time, be laughed at, and be this and that. So I didn't have the confidence to do so. But nowadays, you can't tell me that. I mean, I probably still can't, but you can't tell me that I can't try, or you can't tell me that I don't have the confidence. I don't have the je ne sais quoi de coûte, if you will,
Right,
to do.
right, right.
So, I definitely used to be scared to fail, but it's not like something I try to hold on to anymore, though.
Okay, okay. Well, that's pretty much all I had on failure. I see that failure, should not stop y'all from, achieving what it is that y'all want to achieve. So make sure that honestly fail. Just fail. Like already go into something knowing you're gonna fail. Because it's only going to
Get better.
It's only going to get better from there. Because if you failing, you can't, like, what's worse than failing? Like, what's worse than not, achieving something that you want to achieve?
Exactly.
There's only progression from there. So make sure that you guys fail as much as you can. Y'all may look at me like, what in the world is he talking about? Fail.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to fail. But when you, like I said, when you fail and you getting that, you may fail this same test 9 times. But there's going to be something after maybe the 4th time. You're like, oh, okay, I see what I did wrong. And even though you still failed it the 5th time, maybe from the 4th time and the 5th time, you had a 40, now you got a 55. So you still progressing, but you still failed, but you still progressing.
Right.
So I had now the 6th time. Okay, now I got a 60. Okay, what else am I like? So
exactly.
Don't be afraid to fail, guys. Failure is
It's key.
Failure is key, honestly. Honestly, some of the most successful people in the world failed so many times, man.
Yeah.
So many times, and I'm pretty sure there's nobody out there who's successful could sit there and be like, "Oh, I never failed at anything."
Right.
Right.
You have to get so many no's before you get a yes.
For sure. Like y'all think me doing this podcast, maybe from the outside, looking in, people like, oh yeah, like, but it took me 2.5 years to even like start my podcast, and it was a whole different podcast. It was, it wasn't even this. Like this wasn't even the idea for it.
Yeah.
I was, it was just something different, and I'm always like, okay, I'm gonna do it this time, or I'm gonna do it next time, or I do it next year, I do it next month, and just me keep pushing it out because I'm scared. I'm scared to fail. I'm scared that if I start, I won't continue, I won't finish, or something like that.
Exactly.
So also don't let your mindset stop you from doing what works for you and achieving your goals. So
yeah, I totally agree with that. That's something I was picking back on what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
Like, definitely don't let it stop you.
For sure. Cool. So everybody has a superpower. For me, my superpower is being able to bring energy to everything that I do. I am a connector of people. I can bring people together.
Yeah.
I'm a people person. I can talk to anybody. I can relate to anybody. I'm cool. I'm cool with everybody. Like that's my superpower. And everybody also has those super villains in their life, which is doubt, which is that negativity, whether it's you doubting yourself, you being scared of failure, fear, just those obstacles that hinder you from becoming your super self. What would you say that your superpower is?
That's a good question. I will say a lot like yourself. I'm a people person. I can bring people together. I'm influential. So whenever I am around and I am bringing people together, it's always going to be a good time, or it could be a bad time. But
Are you a Gemini?
No.
It's a good time or bad time?
No, I'm just saying, like, I feel like that is a superpower. So with that, I have to watch how I operate and how I do certain things, because I know I am, like, my aura is big in the room. So if I'm not feeling it, you're going to know it. And I don't want to be the one to turn off the energy or whatever. So I know I tend to be the one to, spice things up, make things lighten the mood.
Okay.
Always. So I find myself doing that a lot. I feel like I'm also that person people can call on.
Okay.
That if that's a superpower.
Yeah, for sure. Like people can confide in you. People can come talk to you. So if I had to guess, it's more like more like a stabilizer, more somebody who's who's more middle, neutral ground, who can take that balance.
Right.
So that's for sure. That's for sure.
I think that's pretty much what my superpowers are.
Okay. Okay, so how do you use your superpowers to overcome your supervillains? The
Mm.
thing, the people that's trying to destroy your life, take what's yours. How do you use that?
In those moments where I'm being influential or whatever, and the supervillain's trying to come ruin my vibe or what have you, I try to remind myself of who I am
Mm-hmm.
and what I'm capable of, and that tends to quickly turn things around for me mentally, and it starts mentally, so that starts showing on the outside as well.
Okay.
So um, you can't be messed with if you know if you got. I mean, if you know what you're doing and if you know how to operate around certain people or do certain people
All right.
in the midst of the moment or the heat of the moment, then I feel like you good.
Right.
And that's what I try to remind myself of in the heat of the moment, in the midst of everything that is going on.
Mm.
I am human, so we all play us mess up too.
Right.
But and for the most part, I definitely try to keep that in mind.
Right. You try to remember your why. You try to remember, you know, who you are as a person. Because I believe
Exactly.
that's really important for people to, you know, understand who they are as a person and not let other things influence their decision or what their personal mission is.
Right.
If you're a person, you know, me like everybody else, we want peace. We want peace in the world. We want happiness and all that kind of stuff. I think that's pretty generic. But you know, it comes to, you know, like you said, we're human, and it's those times that we kind of fall off, So just make sure y'all don't use failure or fear to stop y'all from overcoming those supervillains. Use your superpower, know who you are as a person, and don't let nobody tell you, you know, anything other than that. Stay true to yourself.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
For sure. Awesome, man. That was cool. So after failure, there comes this kind of like a limbo phase. You kind of figuring it out. You know, you're doing things, and you're just trying to figure the world out. Let's talk about, you know, priorities. How do you, you know, manage your priorities from, you know, work and personal life, and then just like just your ambitions and things that you want to do? How do you prioritize your priorities?
Yeah. I get what you're trying to say. For me, I think how I prioritize my priorities are or is by um trying to remember where I started. So remember what I didn't have, or remember why I do have certain things, or what I do have, to keep it on the forefront of why I want more out of what it is that I am doing. So whether that be rent, car note, phone bill, I don't want to pay none of that. I hate all of those things.
At all.
I hate them. But I realize that is key to what I am trying to do, or what I do already have going, and where I'm trying to get to. So I just know that's a pretty prominent thing. So I try to keep that in the forefront. I also try to manage things by just staying within myself, because it's easily to be influenced. So when you have all your priorities together, and then you see such and such doing this, or you see such and such doing that, and then they expose you to something new, and you try your best to keep up with that, or try to do that as well, and that kind of mess up your own priorities or get you off track of what you was already doing. And if you stay true to yourself, or stay true to what you have going, a lot of that stuff will come. A lot of that stuff will, you got to get yourself in order first before you think you can do anything else. So I try to keep that in the forefront as well. Try to make sure, okay, I might not have this, and that, but I do have this, and that. And I'm working on this and that. And once I get this and that, I'll probably be able to easily get what I think someone else has over me or whatever. Because I know I'm sounding like, oh, whatever, like he's worried about whatever everybody else got. That's him. Everybody got that. The reason why we have the clothes that we wearing right now, because we think it's in style, we think it's cool, or a lot of people don't rarely are because it's what they truly like.
Yeah.
It's because it's what's in style, and you pick what you like within what's in style. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I try not to get deterred from that, if that makes sense too.
Okay. So pretty much just keeping yourself level and just knowing where you going. Like not worrying about the Joneses, not worried about they getting the new Jordans that just came out, because they may be in a different position to be able to get those Jordans. And you may be on a different journey.
And you're thinking y'all in the same boat, and why can't I do this, or why can't I do that, and this person is. Well, that's you on the outside looking in. You never know what's going on behind closed doors or what have you. So
therefore, you switching your priorities changing. So you putting, looking good or trying to be somebody you're not over, taking care of your bills, going to work, going to sleep, eating right, just stuff like that. Your priorities start switching when you start worrying about things that honestly ain't got nothing to do with you. That ain't got nothing to do with you. You just trying to figure it out.
Yeah. And I feel like we all find that, like you said, we're in that's that limbo place where you try to find the level between prioritizing and still enjoying yourself too, because a lot of those things you need as well. If you always have your head under the ground, you definitely gonna find yourself miserable and repetitious and not, you just in a whole nother shell or up under a rock. Sometimes you do need outing. Sometimes you do need to do the things that you do like to do, or experience new things in order to keep going, in order to go. So it's a fair balance of both too.
Okay. That's what's up, man. Hey, y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is on live? He don't know what time it is. Hey, it's the fire round time. Fire round. It's like, oh, goodness gracious. Who's putting the fire out? Yo, the fire round is pretty much where I'll just shoot off like one words, like single words, and maybe I'll say cornbread, and you'll say what it means to you. Or some people say one word, we'll go cornbread, they'll be like shoe, and I'll be paper, and they'd be like scissors or something. So so you can do what you want. You can. Some people want to talk. I may say something that they be like, oh no, I got to speak on that. Sometimes we go on little conversations. So just however you feel. Just however you feel keeps the brain going. Keeps it fresh. So you ready? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay,
I'm ready.
okay.
I could do it.
First word is, even though it's not one word, delayed gratification.
My first thought when I supposed to say my first thought.
You can say your first thought, or like what you think
to
about, or you can like what delayed gratification means for you, or what you do about, like just whatever. Like you may be like, oh, like literally go off on a whole tangent, So it don't really matter. It's just up to you. Delayed gratification.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, my first thought is that it's like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? But no. And then I try to start using my context clues. Like, okay, delayed. That mean past. Yeah, I guess it ain't gonna come on time. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait.
But yeah, I definitely. What does that mean for sure? Because I feel like I have an idea, but I want to know exactly what it means.
Delayed gratification is more like kind of what we were just talking about. Like you want to go out and hang out and spend money, but for me, like I'm a delay that gratification. I'm gonna put it off. I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, that's what. Okay.
It's more like that. More like that. Something like you gonna go to a football game. But you got to go to work. So no, like I can go to the football game next month. Even though like something like that.
So
like that.
okay, so for that, I feel like that's definitely very important in life. It's important to me right now because that's something I need. I feel like I know for sure I need to work on.
Are you more like get it now?
I'm gonna get it now. I can be impulsive, but I try to psych myself out and reward myself with the gratification once, if I. So I'm like, okay, I didn't do this last time, so I'm definitely gonna do this time. Like, yeah, but then and sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I definitely am in a space right now where I'm want to hone in on that and make sure I capitalize on that so that I have a balance.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Next word is legacy.
Mm. Um, it that resonates for me because that's definitely something I want to be a part of, and I want to be a part of me. Should I say? I want to leave behind one, of course, build my own, um, really cherish it, if you will, and help people understand what not only what mine is, but inspire other people to do their own.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a very important word to me.
Nice. Nice. Gotta have a legacy, y'all.
Yeah,
Gotta have a legacy. Next word is procrastination.
Mm, I'm a big procrastinator.
Master procrastinator over here.
I'm a big procrastinator. Like I'm definitely one of those people. Oh, I got it don't start to 2:00. It's only 1:30. I got 30 minutes. Okay, it's 1:45. I got 15 minutes. Okay, they said be there 15 minutes early, but that's okay. Like I'm definitely one of those. As long as I get there 59:59,
Yeah. I'm gonna put it up.
I'm on time. But yeah, no, I'm definitely procrastination is like it has a lot of negative connotation for me because I know that's one of my downfalls. So I try not to procrastinate so much, and I'm inspired by folks who don't procrastinate or who look down.
Everybody procrastinates.
Yeah, yeah, everybody
in
does
the
it.
world procrastinates.
Everybody
It don't matter
does
what
it.
you procrastinate.
But my
on.
level it's levels to this, and my level of procrastination versus I feel like someone else's where I should be. I'm just like, damn, they so good with that shit. But it's a mind thing. You have to train your mind.
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's always the thing.
Yeah.
What was something you procrastinated on where you was like, man, if I just would have started then and just instead of waiting to be like, like for me, I was like, I wanted to get my real estate license, and I see other people with their real estate license, and I'm like, I'm doing it, but I just procrastinate. I was like, do it tomorrow, do it tomorrow, do it tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to achieve this goal. Like, what was something you procrastinated on, and then you saw somebody else doing what you wanted to do?
Mm-hmm.
You're like, dang, why did I procrastinate on? I could have been up there.
So you want to know something that's very funny? I have two things. So to piggyback on what you were saying with the whole real estate thing, so I'm basically going through that journey now. This is exclusive content, y'all. But no,
get your pen and pad.
No, but I'm going through that journey now, and I'm at the moment where I've slowed up, and I definitely need to be more on it, especially in that field. So,
you got a license?
I'm working on it.
Oh, okay. We'll talk after.
We'll talk after. But yeah, I'm working on that, and so there were people who are in the same field or have just started not too long ago after me, or I started not too long ago after them, and they've already took off. They just living the lavish life, or so it seems to me, or living, my dreams, so to speak. And I'm like, damn. Well, what is my reason? What is the reason? what is the reason? I don't know why am I not? So that's one thing. And then also, I've already told you this too, but even with like yourself with this podcast, I'm like, this nigga he's got the whole setup. Like,
right.
Y'all should see this. Like, it's next level.
This is pretty. It's
this
pretty
is
lit.
it.
It's pretty
like,
lit.
and he, just some of the stuff that you were telling me on how you got started, and the space, how you got to space or whatever. I'm like, dang, this is stuff that I'm good for just talking about stuff, but not, like talking about great ideas, perfect things. But actually going after those things is
like manifesting.
You
write it. You can write it out in paper and talk about it up until you put the work in and start manifesting and it comes to fruition. And it's like right here.
Exactly. When it's in your face, it's different. So, in a way, I guess I can say I manifested because I'm here now. I'm a part of a podcast.
Yes,
so, it's very inspiring, very next level. You never know where this is going to take us. But those were two things. Like, and it's crazy that you've mentioned both, or where you are part of both. The real estate thing and then the whole podcast. So those are two things. I'm like, fuck. here I am still working my 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Like could be getting paid for doing certain things, but yeah. So I'm working on that though.
Okay. We'll definitely have to talk about that off camera.
Yeah.
That's I was in that position. When the pandemic started, I paid for my real estate course over the summer, so like in July, and that program allowed me to. You have the course for a year, so I was like, okay, I got a year to study. Yeah. That year to pass, that year gone,
and then double.
Yeah,
and
yeah, and I'm like, wow. And I got people that I went to because I did acting and stuff like that. So I got a couple of friends I went to acting school with, and they've already, we could have had the same idea to start at the same time or whatever.
Exactly.
But now I see them. Now they got their real estate license. I see a number of people who got their real estate license. I'm like,
Right.
man, what was I doing?
What am I doing? Like,
Why
what is the reason?
What's the reason? And I'm like, nah, like, and I guess to a certain point, like, I was too worried about, what, like, oh, like, they got their real estate license, blah, 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 but, like, just focusing on my priorities, stop worrying about comparing myself to them or my situation, their situation, or whatever. So, yeah, that's crazy. Let's finish off with a couple more words.
Okay.
And, yeah, man. Next word is congeniality.
Like, what is the reason?
I honestly don't know what that word means. We watched Miss Congeniality not that long ago, because I don't know what that word means.
I have no shame in my game. I don't know what that means.
Okay, let's do a new one. Let's do a new one. Punctuation.
Oh, punctuation. Learn your punctuation. That's what I have to say for that.
Better learn it.
Sometimes me too, but there's simple things like that's a different thing. Punctuation, I think is again important in sentences and life. Okay. So being punctual on things,
being on time,
being on
like
time,
that.
Yeah. I think in both avenues of those are super, super important. And again, even in both avenues, there's levels to it. It's like, you're fighting, like you in the ring every day. You always get better every day. There's never going to be a time where you just like, okay, I made it. Yeah. No, every day is a new fight. Every day is a new one. So you was better than you were yesterday, but you have a new goal. Goal. You have to keep going. So I feel like that's being punctual. That's how I look at being punctual. Like, okay. I did this time. Let me make sure I'm even more punctual on this. Even when it comes to having receipts or just being, as a matter of fact, about things, just have your shit together. Just be punctual on everything. Yeah. So I try to keep that in mind too.
That's what's up. Well, that was the fire round right there. How you feel about that, man?
I like that. It does keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
I see that's a very good brain teacher. No, I won't say brain teacher, but it gets the mind going. It gets the people going. It's provocative.
Oh man. So we at the second back half. We off the halftime from the fire round, man. Okay. Make sure, like always, y'all follow the Super Dre podcast. Give me some likes, comments. Let me know if y'all messing with me. Let me know, what y'all think. If y'all got questions, y'all got some stuff that y'all some advice, some words y'all want me to use, some topics, like any of that kind of stuff. Let your boy know. Okay. So yeah, much love is appreciated.
Yes, sir. And follow me on Instagram.
Oh my God.
It's Benji Prominent. Benji_Prominent.
My phone
Make sure
just
y'all
went
follow
off.
me.
Let me put my do not disturb.
And y'all can follow me on Snapchat too. Benji
yeah, man. Make sure y'all following the cousin, man. Let them know one more time.
Benji_no on Snapchat and Benji_Prominent on Instagram.
Yep. That's what's up. Make sure y'all. I need him to have like 100 new followers.
Yes. Like you know what? I'm gonna be realistic with y'all. If y'all give me like 10, I might even buy y'all $1.
Ooh, $10. You gonna kill it $10 and give y'all $1.
If y'all give me 10, I got you. Just let me say that I got you.
So one thing I learned today is, I I didn't know that you were, in the whole the entrepreneur space,
Oh
man.
yeah, yeah,
What's
yeah,
what's
absolutely.
what's if you can talk about them,
Yeah.
what's a couple, and you can probably talk about. So let's talk about the event. Your event space.
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of the business? Where is that located?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
let people know how you got into that.
So yeah, first of all, the business name is Neb's Event Hall. That's NEB apostrophe S Event Hall. And it is here in Dallas, right outside of downtown, off of Irving Boulevard. So it's not in Irving, it's right off of Irving Boulevard, close to the medical district area.
Mm.
Um, so how I got a part of that, I guess it's just all who you know. It's somewhat family orientated. But my sister knows this person and worked real close with them, and an opportunity came up, and I was already acquainted with the person,
Mm-hmm.
so I guess my name came up somehow, and she presented opportunity to me, so it was a part of everything that I was already trying to do, already what I kind of already had going. It also is going to help me get my feet wet for future endeavors that I may have and a little experience in certain things. So I'm definitely excited about that. But yeah, I was definitely able to get into it like that.
Were you already in like the real estate space at that time?
Yes. So and even when I conjuncted with her, she had a different real estate opportunity as well. So that's something that'll be coming up soon
Okay.
too. But yeah, I was already kind of in that space, so it was like I said, it's just I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason and timing is key. So I just feel like that had a lot to do with it.
Mm.
I was kind of like I said on my own journey, focusing on what I needed to do. Likewise for her, and we just again the opportunity came up on her end. It fit perfect for me, so we were able to come together and kind of bring what we both had to the table to kind of pursue each what we have the key at hand, and also make future endeavors as well.
Okay. Okay. So it's pretty much like a regular event hall. People can rent it
Yeah,
out
you
and
can rent it out. We do all kind of events: baby showers, weddings, gender reveals, personal parties. We just had a personal party the other day. We got a couple of other things coming up. We have pop-up shops. So we have actually have a pop-up shop coming up on November 14th.
okay.
So if you want to RSVP, please come along. We have plenty of different businesses. If you want to vend, please vend. Well, please RSVP at Eventbrite. You can type in Neb's Event Hall, and you'll come up for a vendor space. But yeah, we're definitely out here. We getting our feet wet. It's our grand opening. So
Okay. So that day, November 14th.
November 14th is the grand opening.
Okay. Okay. That is what's up, man.
Yeah.
That is what's up. So with that said, do you want more event spaces, like, or would you like to
Be a
branch
part.
off on your own and like have your own? Because
Yeah,
that's kind of
absolutely.
that's kind of one of the plays that eventually. And I had always had this idea as a kid. I've always wanted
Yeah.
a place like that. People can come do concerts and do all this kind of stuff, and it also creates, y'all know the word, passive income.
Residual income.
Residual
Yes,
income,
sir.
and there's definitely a difference between passive and residual
Yeah.
income.
Yeah.
Passive income is, you know, something more like real estate. You kind of
Mhm.
you kind of have to invest your money a little bit.
Mhm.
Residual income is more of you do the work like one time,
Mhm.
and then you get paid all the
again,
time
yeah.
on it, all the time on it after
Mhm.
doing the job one time. Passive income
Exactly.
can be a little more tedious, depends on what it is. I know
Exactly.
in real estate, just be able to have like a tenant in your house and stuff like that, make passive income. So yeah, do you ever want to do something like that, like separate by yourself?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well,
Absolutely.
in the same like in like the commercial space,
Right.
like
Yeah,
events.
yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. I definitely want to, eventually own my plenty of properties, buildings, event halls. Um, I'm kind of like you. I've always wanted something like that since I've been young.
Mm.
I don't know if you remember when we used to go to the family reunions down in Louisiana.
Yeah. Oh, and they had that little
they had
hall
that
right
event
there.
hall.
Yeah.
That was very even at that time. I'm like, I thought it was ours. I'm like, well, I like the fact that we always come to this, like, this little one thing, and it's like it was a space for us. But I hated the fact that we had to always travel away to Louisiana just to
do that.
Or I get the whole concept, but I feel like why none of us have that here, or why none of us have come together, or what is the reason?
It's like man, like we paying everybody else for their stuff
that we could be doing,
something that we could be doing. We can run the same play in a way bigger city than in Kelly, Louisiana, Monroe.
Yeah.
It's really in between Monroe and Kelly.
Yeah.
It's I forget the whatever
forget
little
the
town
name.
right
What
there.
is it?
It's freaking. It's small. It's
very small. Dang, I forgot
it's
the
very
name
small.
of that.
I couldn't even tell y'all the name of it. It's
country
in between
town.
Kelly, Louisiana,
and
and
no, it's
it might. Ooh, it might.
It's
be
like
Conroe.
it started with. I feel like it started with a C.
I gotta look because it's been a
Yeah,
long
we gonna-
time.
we gonna-
It's
we
been a
gonna
long
figure
time
that
since
out.
I've
We
been
gonna
down
figure
there.
that same-
Because I
same.
didn't go to the last family reunion that was
Me
down
neither.
there.
I ain't been down there since
Since we buried
my granny.
mhm.
Yeah, my
Since
grandma. Yeah, I ain't been there since then.
yeah.
But yeah, that's a long time ago.
Yeah. Man, that's what's up. So what other things you got going besides real estate? You got some other things going?
So I'm also trying to get like get a following going
Okay.
as well to eventually probably even as well branch off into the entertainment business as well. Now exactly I don't know if I want to be the talent or if I want to be behind the scenes, but I feel
It
like
just
I can be a
depends.
little bit of both. But
Okay.
feel like I want to do some eventually branch off to that because I know I have it. I just don't know what I have, but I know I have it, so I could be a part of something. It's funny that you said about that acting thing. I feel like I don't look at it as like, oh, I want to act, but I just want to be a part of something that's like feels good to me. That I could.
Have you done comedy before?
Yeah. I feel that. So I guess comedy is a
Have
good.
you done improv or stand up?
No, I have not done neither one. I've attended a couple of those, but and I try to take techniques, but it's always easier said than done.
For sure, man. I did improv like for a long time.
And I feel like you have to be comfortable. I'm not like even right now. I'm like nervous, but
yeah, it's kind of this same thing. Like you putting yourself out there, like in that comedy space, and it's more of like you are like you being like free, like you just being silly
being
for
free,
the world to see, and
exactly.
not really giving a crap.
Exactly.
And you being in that moment,
Exactly.
but also being aware. It's a cool experience for people who can actually. I believe everybody should do improv, specifically improv, because it would literally take you out of your comfort zone, and it'll force you to be something else. If you guys aren't familiar with improv, how improv, the easiest way for it to work is you create a situation or whatever. You be creative as much as you want. Like you'll take a suggestion from the crowd and you'll go off that word, and then you yes and. So if somebody's like, "Oh, we're two big monkeys," you don't be like, "No, we're not," like because you're denying that that reality of what is happening there in that moment. So by you saying, "Yes, we are big monkeys and we have small feet," and you're being creative that way, and it's kind of it's getting you it's getting you to think. It's getting the wheels turning because you can't say no. You can't say no. It's yes and you say yes, we are big monkeys. And you keep adding on top of that, and it forces you to just kind of get up out of your box. Improv is I haven't done improv in a long while. But
you should definitely.
It's a place called Dallas Comedy Club, formerly known as Dallas Comedy House.
I feel like I've been there before.
It's right in Deep Ellum. It's right off.
I've been
I
there.
believe that's Main Street.
Yeah,
You've been there before.
I've been there before, but it was with somebody else, and they were the ones who was
performing.
Yeah. So I was just like invited to that, but
So I used to be up there. I would so they would have improv classes. They have sketch comedy, sketch comedy classes. Stand up class, all that kind of stuff. And I would intern up there. Then you can also join, how like clubhouses where it's Like you create a team, and y'all are like y'all improv team, y'all perform every Wednesday or Tuesday or something like that.
Yeah. I think that's what he was a part of.
Yeah, that's what that's probably what he did. So everybody should do improv. It keeps you on your toes, man.
Yeah. I definitely think I'm branch out to something like that.
Oh yeah.
I
just feel like that's the easiest. Because if you could think of anything, I feel like comedy is probably the easiest form.
That's a safe place.
Safe.
You know.
Especially
for me.
It's a safe environment
anyway. Yeah, so it'll be rainbows and unicorns.
Man, hey, give people some fun facts. Let people. What's something that people wouldn't know about you, like just by looking at you?
That's a good question.
People would know I listen.
I
to
feel
rock
like
music.
You said what?
People would know I listen to like some crazy rock music. I listen to some death metal.
Based
like
off,
some
you
crazy
know what?
stuff.
The crazy thing is, I'm gonna get back to your question, but the crazy thing is, who you are today, I never saw you being that person. I did it.
It happens.
It definitely happens. But I love it. By the way, I'm not taking from. I love it. You're super.
I appreciate
Dre.
it.
I
It's
love
cool.
it.
It's cool.
It's super Dre. I love it.
Hey.
But, a fun fact about myself. I feel like I'm been told and I've been like treated as if I'm unapproachable, and I feel like that's the complete opposite. Like,
I'm biased.
really,
Because you family.
yeah,
Because I'm like, what are you talking about? We saw each other at the fair.
And
we was like, oh, what's up?
Yeah, and and that's the thing. If
I looked right at you and I was like, oh shit, what's good?
Yeah, if I know you, or if I mess with you, or like, I'm definitely gonna be, hey, what's up? Like, I'm gonna come up to you or whatever. But for the most part, I don't know. I guess I do have that iffy. But like, if I know you, if I mess with you or whatever, I'm very much so like, oh, so you didn't see me when I was there? Like, that's me. Like, I'm very approachable, so I think.
Yeah.
Or even when you start talking or whatever, like, I'm always willing to get to know new people, feeling people out or whatever. But I feel like I don't give that. I'm not giving approachable. I'm giving don't fuck with me.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, if people feel that, do you feel like with you know what your superpower is, like do you think that you would change that aspect in the sense of like, because for me, I would just be more aware. Because if somebody's like, oh, like Dre's always having an attitude and this, and I'm like, no, I'm not always having an attitude.
Yeah. And
I would have to get to that point where I'm like, okay, maybe they just not saying this. Yeah. Maybe I am a little bit. So maybe I should kind of pay attention.
What you trying to say, Dre? You trying to put me on blast?
No,
like
I'm not. I'm not.
No, I'm just playing.
No, but like, is that like? Do you ever think about that and be like, kind of be like, okay, maybe I am, maybe I carry myself unapproachable sometimes. Like, you ever think about that?
Yeah. Absolutely, I definitely think about that. That's actually something I have like this list I go by every day. It's like a part of my prayer list, if you will. A lot of things I try to remind myself of, and that's a part. That's something that's on there. Having more patience, being more approachable.
Yeah,
and not feeling like, because I know perception is everything too. So, although I don't mind getting you together, contrary to popular belief, I don't want to. I really don't. Like, I promise you, I don't. I'd rather not and say I did it than to do. But
you ain't lying.
I feel like that's a misunderstood thing. So people feel like they got to walk on eggshells, or based off a reputation or whatever. Or they may see me be one way with somebody else and think I'm just that way in general. But if you don't rub me that way, I won't be like that with you. Like, if you don't give me a reason, I feel like they feel like I'm like that unprovoked. And that's definitely not the case. And so I try to keep that in mind. Like, okay, let me be the one to say something first, or let me try to break the ice. Let me do something to let them know that you can talk to me.
Hey, y'all see that little split? It's like, ugh. Y'all can say something. Come on now. I don't really want to talk to y'all.
You could say something, but keep it to a minimum. No, no, I'm just playing. But no, I'm very, very approachable.
Okay. I mean, I believe
I
so.
think so.
Maybe I give off a look sometime, and maybe like, oh
Yeah,
gosh,
yeah.
I can't talk. You know,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
some. Maybe you catching them
Yeah,
on a
if
bad
I'm
day.
reading the room, I know I can definitely be like, stay over
A lot of
there.
his energy
Yeah.
too. Like you can
Yeah.
feel energy. You can be
mhm.
like, oh, I ain't messing with that person.
Yeah,
Like I'm a,
yeah.
and you know, or you can just be feeling that type of way already prehand, or just whatever your day was.
Yeah,
and-
exactly. So that has a lot to do with it too.
man, it's been pretty super, man. We've gone through a little journey. Hopefully, you guys have been able to become your super self and taking some things out of this conversation to be able to apply to your life and help yourself.
Yes, sir.
And be able to spread this to your friends. Not even the message or the podcast, but spreading positivity, communicating. I'm gonna give y'all some homework. I've never done this before. I'm gonna give
Yeah.
y'all some homework, man. If y'all listening and y'all made it this far in the podcast, I appreciate it and everything.
Thank
But comment, send me a message, a DM. Let me know something that y'all are that you're currently working on. So for me, I'm currently working on being consistent. Now, consistency is key for me and everything that I'm trying to do in my life. So I'm trying to get up in the morning, have a morning routine, and I'm trying to be consistent with doing that based on around my schedule. It's all over the place. But I know I'm specifically trying to work on being consistent, and that's either waking up. I'm trying to be consistent and making sure all of the dishes are done before I go to sleep,
Before you
making
go
sure
to
all of
sleep.
my clothes are done. Like being consistent with things that will be productive to your life. Being consistent with things that's going to help your life a lot better,
Exactly.
and just being
Flow a lot
consistent with
better.
yourself because you don't want to fool yourself. You don't want to think people, or you don't want people to think that you're just doing it just because. No, like you
Exactly.
doing this because you're trying to get better,
Better,
and that's something that
exactly.
you feel like that you should be doing. So
Mhm.
yeah, man, let me know what y'all working on, what y'all trying to get better at, because that's what we doing here at SUPADRE, man. Like we trying to be our better self. We trying to be better than we were 10 minutes ago. And hopefully we've inspired you guys, motivated you guys, and hopefully spit some education to y'all to help y'all become y'all super self and achieve all the greatness that y'all should. So, like always, this is Super Dre. Closing out, bro. Let's close it out with a little bow. Put the bow on top and everything. Talk to somebody out there, man. Talk to a young black male, a teenager. Talk to these black kids out there that's trying to find their way, but they're too worried about social media, too worried about what people think of them. Talk to them, or say something to them that. Just say something to them, like whatever's coming to your head. Help them get to where they need to go, because they worry too much about everything.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. What I would just say to them is, first of all, don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's key. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. From those mistakes, make sure you learn from those mistakes. You don't forget those mistakes, and you learn from them. It's everything is always easier said than done. So once you train your mind to do so, it becomes easier and easier every time. I promise. Stay true to yourself, always, no matter what. There's gonna be times where you gonna be doubting your damn self, but stay true to yourself, because I promise you, if you pay attention to the signs, it's right there for you to grab.
Yeah,
It's right there for you.
yeah,
But you stay intuitive, pay attention to your surroundings, because it's not safe out here in a lot of different ways. And I just don't mean like physical surroundings. I mean like people you hang with, the things that you're doing, the things that you're listening to, your day-to-day routine, how you respond to things. Like pay attention to all that, and try to remind yourself of how you want to come off, or how you want something to be perceived to yourself. And if you want to be fucked up, then go and be fucked up. But if you want to have something better or something different, start with yourself.
That's what's up. That's what's up. It all starts with yourself, and like you said earlier, it starts in the mind too. Our mind, we can trick ourselves out of, we can trick ourselves out of doing what we know we need to be doing. Like it's so crazy.
Yeah, it's so bad.
It's so crazy. But make sure y'all was taking notes. If y'all wasn't taking notes, just go back and rewind it.
Right.
And make sure y'all just constantly working on yourself and just getting better, man. So I really appreciate y'all. Like I said, this has been great. I really appreciate you for pulling up on me, man.
I was just going to tell you, I appreciate you for having me. This is next level. I can't wait to see where you go with this.
It's only up from here. I was waiting to say it's only up from here.
It's only up from here.
It's only up from here.
Here for it, and if you need anything, let me know.
Always, bro. You always welcome to come back. I'm definitely gonna bring you back because I'm definitely gonna get the family up here. Y'all saw I had some of the cousins up here, but I'm definitely gonna get the fam together.
Yeah.
Yo, my man just waved at me. But yeah, like always, y'all stay super. Oh, let them know one more time where they can find you at, and we'll get up out of here.
Yes, you can find me on IG at Benji_prominent. On Instagram, Benji_prominent, and on Snapchat, Benji_no.
And then on November 14th is the grand opening.
Yes, grand opening. We're having a pop-up shop, so please come out. Please come out and support. There will be plenty of different businesses for y'all to see. There will be food, prizes, giveaways, so please come out. There also is plenty of vendor spaces left, so please get your spot before they run out because they're running out.
Oh yeah,
that's closer they get to time, they're running out. So please come help and support us.
Awesome. What's the website on there? They can
the website, you can find us on Facebook at Nebs Event Hall. That's N as in Nancy, EB_S Event Hall. And on IG it's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing.
have to do a double take.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure. Yeah, it's the same thing.
That's what's up. So like always, y'all stay super. We up out of here, man. Peace.
Peace out.
Peace.